Good morning, everybody. Just a really quick broadcast. Let me just check the connection's okay. Hopefully it is. So if you watched my broadcast a couple of weeks ago, I did some coffee review on packed coffee, and I've still got a few packed coffee ones to go through. I've got some more on order as well. So we're going to be trying some different ones. But today I thought, because I usually use the cafetiere, and I've only got the one type of coffee for the V60, which is a coffee dripper. I thought, what could I possibly use this for? Well, I can use it for coffee, but is there other types of coffee that you can use it with? And I remember that when I went to Turkey about a year and a half ago, what happened was I bought some coffee. I put it in a box. So this is Turkish coffee. Now, you've got to check, obviously, make sure there's no it hadn't dried out or anything like that. So I went online and I searched on Google. I said, what else can you use a V60 for, or what's called I think it's called I can't remember how to pronounce it now. Heze or something. It's a Turkish type of coffee that you put over a hob, basically, and you'll heat it up that way. But apparently you can use this to make Turkish coffee. So we're going to have a go at it. So you're going to need some hot boiling water. Let me just check. We did this yesterday or the other day. You do need filters, so you get these with this coffee dripper. And I'm just going to make a nice espresso. As I said, the only problem is you having to use the filter papers all the time. But we do need to wet the paper, and then what we'll do is scoop a few teaspoons of the coffee into the coffee dripper. And see what happens. So, hello Daniel, thanks for coming in. Thank you for the high award. I was surprised, Daniel, when you sent me that. You sent me a picture this morning when we met actually down at the, what's the name of the studio? Was it Elstree Studios, or was another? I can't remember the name of it now. Near where you live, and it was the Big Brother. It was the celebrity Big Brother, and the pictures came through on my Facebook the other day, and I thought, oh, is it really 5 years already? So what we're going to do is just wet the paper. The reason we do this is so we don't get that nasty taste. It's going to fill up pretty quick. So with it being an espresso cup, so I'm just going to wet the paper. Oh, you see what I mean? There you go. Told you, didn't I? Good job. There's a saucer underneath. 1 second. Let me just move that out of the way. Get rid of this hot water. Try not to burn myself. Okay, this is definitely going to be a very intense coffee, I tell you. So let's pop the coffee dripper back on. And what we're going to do is add our... Can you all see this? That's it, Elstree, yes. Is the connection okay? There we go. Might be a little bit better now. So what we're going to do is add some of this coffee. I don't know what it's going to taste like because I have had it over a year. But the reason why I put it in here was so it stays fresh longer. So we actually have... What am I using that for? I've got a scoop. So each one of these is about 12 grams. But they say that you should use more coffee. So it's a different type of coffee as Turkish coffee. I think it's much more granulated, much more ground. So I think it could work pretty well with this. So because it's kind of ground, we'll see what happens anyway. So we're going to add one in there. Oops. Now it does say to add a bit more coffee, but because I'm making an espresso, let's add a little bit more in. So I need to use this up because, as I say, I've had it a while. I would have had some more coffee from Turkey, but I've not been there this year because we've not been able to get there. So we had our coffee. Okay, this is just an experiment, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add our hot water. So we want to cover it over for 30 seconds. This could work. It might not work very well. And then we just let it sit. And what should happen is the coffee then should come through the filter paper. I can hear it. It is working. So this is Turkish coffee, but we're doing it with the V60 coffee dripper rather than the... I can't pronounce that. Well, what's it called? Let me just check. It is called a... What is it called? Heze. It's pronounced, I don't know if it's Cezve. I think it's Heze. I think that's right. So because I'm doing espresso, I'm just going to check the amount of coffee. It's working. It is working. Remember, espressos need to be, dark, rich, and have that real strong. The Turkish coffee is a lot stronger than espressos anyway, so it's definitely got a different smell to it. Now, when I usually go to Turkey, and when I go to Turkey, and the coffee that I usually have there is usually I think it's Arabian Nescafe, and it's completely different to the Nescafe that you get in the UK. Completely different. It's much sweeter, and I might need to add some sugar to this as well, because I think this type of coffee is quite bitter, more of a bitter taste. Oh, how are we doing? Oh, we're filling up nicely, but it's looking good. It's looking good. Yeah, it's got a different taste, different smell to it. We're going to do the taste test in a moment. So, and then what I'll do is I'll add some milk to this coffee as well. So yeah, if you've got any type of coffee that you have, a type of a favorite coffee, do let me know in the chat, and if I can get hold of it, I will give it a try. Especially if it's for one of these coffee drippers, or any type of ground coffee, medium, light coffee, dark roasted coffee. There's so many different types. I was blown away when I went on the website when I was trying the packed coffee out, because when I used to go to Starbucks, actually, when I go to Starbucks, and sometimes it depends on which one you go to, they'll ask you if you want a different type of coffee, like a premium coffee, like I think it's like Colombian coffee, or I don't know why they ask you. They should give you it anyway, really, but they said you want to upgrade your coffee, so I could probably get a few more cups out of that, but it actually has worked. But it's all dependent on how this tastes. So let me just. This is still dripping. It is taking a little bit quicker, actually. Just take the bottle that underneath so it doesn't go everywhere. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to give it a little stir. We're going to try this 3 different ways. I don't usually add sugar, but we're going to try it first of all black, how it is. We're going to try it with sugar, and then we're going to try it with milk. Okay, so let's have a little taste then, guys. So here's the coffee. This is the Turkish coffee. Kind of smell. Oh, it's got a different smell to it. Whether it's because I've had it in the box for a while. It's a sort of. How can I describe that? I'm not very good with smells, really, but it doesn't smell off. Put it that way. You'll soon know if I'm not on it for the next couple of days, if I'm not feeling very well because of this. But let's have a little taste of it on its own. It's going to be very hot. That is not too bad. That has got quite a. It's really hard to explain. I can't explain it, but it's got a really different taste to it. Wait a second. It's just my neighbour. How can I describe it? Let's have a little taste. It's nice coffee. I don't usually drink espresso or black coffee on its own, and I think how can I describe this? It's people who have been brought up with coffee where it's already been like ready made. So the taste of black coffee on its own is completely separate to those who have not really grown up the proper way of making coffee. It's a bit like it's like people who drink beer. Those that drink beer from a bottle and don't have a real proper pint in the hand. It's that sort of thing. Or those that don't cook and eat ready meals. Until you experience the freshness, it's fresh. It is fresh. It still tastes fresh. But that is actually very, very drinkable. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop the dripper back on. And I'm going to get some more coffee out of that. I think to get a little bit more coffee out of it. It's nice, very, very nice. I'm actually really surprised. So I'm just going to add a little bit more water to this. Get a little bit more coffee out of it. So yeah, this here is the V60, and it's by Hario. I don't work for the company or anything like that. I just got it with my coffee that I bought. And if you've not got a coffee dripper, I think this is a great alternative for somebody who not only just loves coffee, but wants to learn more about coffee and try different types of coffee, because you'll go to Starbucks, or you'll go to the big chains, Costa and wherever, and you'll always say, right, I want this coffee, but they don't say to you, well, maybe Starbucks occasionally does, what type of coffee do you want? You just go in there expecting coffee, and you expect that coffee. But if you get bored of that coffee and you're not going there anymore, you can go away and make your own coffee by buying the freshly ground stuff. And I think there's a trend, isn't there, at the minute, because coffee machines are getting cheaper. We're wanting more coffee that is fresh, naturally made, supports the local farmers, those that produce the coffee and that sort of thing. So by buying it like it is, whether it's in a mine's in a box, because as I say, I can put it in there to last me longer, so it's more fresh. By buying it that way, it's not only cheaper as well, but you're supporting the local farmers or wherever you're buying it from. So this is a great gadget. If you like just normal espresso, normal filter coffee, because it is filter coffee, we're taking it from the early stage. This is a great gadget to get. £5 on Amazon. If you want to get a packed coffee box and you're in the UK, go on my link in the bio. In the UK, and it says packed coffee, use the code Coffee5er. You don't get this, unfortunately, but you get the coffee. What you can go and buy this separately from online. They sell it as well on their website. I think it's £11. I think it was £11. So you can get them online as well. So I'm just making a little bit more coffee, and then I think this is brilliant. I've seen these before, but many years ago, and actually completely forgot about a coffee dripper. So if you're going on holiday and you want fresh coffee, you can just, you can either go and buy the coffee wherever you go in the world. I'm sure there'll be coffee available, but you can buy the coffee fresh and have that on a morning. I mean, most places obviously will give you coffee anyway, but could you imagine if you went to a hotel, you come downstairs and you're like, I'm just going to bring my own coffee and do it myself, and you'd get a load of looks, but at the end of the day, you'd have the best coffee that you could possibly make. And I'm sure then other hotels, I think hotels should actually have these. I think some do, but not others. But yeah, because sometimes the coffee in some hotels are not the best, are they? Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna take this off. But yeah, this surprised me actually. The Turkish coffee that I've had, I've been trying to think of a way to use it, and this is actually perfect. And that's all because I learned about the different types of coffee. So I'm going to add a little bit of milk. So when you're sort of thinking about holidays and you're thinking, I wish I was in Turkey, or I wish I was in Colombia, or wherever in the world, usually the first thing you have whenever you're on holiday is a cup of coffee. So yeah, this is real Turkish coffee there, guys. Look. So I believe it was made in Turkey. The coffee is actually from Turkey. That is absolutely nice, because I did it wrong. So you coffee, I would love to see that. Let you know about Saturday as well. Don't forget Haps Grills, Haps Chills, or Saturday Grill Saturday. I put a new hashtag on. You'll see the new updated list for Saturday. So just remember what time you're on. I'll be coming live at the beginning of the day. And if you're doing a chilled dish and you would like a little bit of extra time, I know everyone's compact together, so you've only got an hour. But what you could do is, I say, you could start your dish early. I mean, like early, and then freeze it, and then do the decoration. It all depends on what you're cooking. Or you could make it obviously live, which we want you to do anyway. I feel like there's no rules or anything like that. It's just come live and just do what you want. But if you want like an extra hour, it would be late, or just come on the following day and finish it off. I'm just trying to think outside the box. But there are like some later slots for, so those in the US, in California, that sort of way. You could have an extra hour if you wanted to. If not, I might be also coming live at midnight here, which is 7 p.m. Eastern time, to finish off my ice cream cake. So we'll see what happens. I don't want to make too much noise, though. If not, I'll be on the Sunday. So we'll see what happens. There is that slot available, as I say, for anybody else as well. So if you know anybody that would like to cook, chills, anything chilled that goes in the fridge, freezer, or anything you want to grill, I'm going to be doing like a brunch, I think, as well. So it'll be like some meat, like chips, sweet potato fries, some veggies, some grilled tomatoes. Just sort of you could even do like a grilled burger if you wanted to, or something. So let me know as well. Make sure to put your event up, possibly in the middle of the week, Thursday, Friday, so we know what you're cooking. But I'll keep mentioning it on my broadcast. So I shall see you later, guys. So thank you for watching, and try some Turkish coffee. See you soon.